Now, sports from the First National Bank Sports Desk. First National Bank of North Platte, the bank to think of first.
Well, let's get today's latest from right here at the Sports Desk. For the first time since 2016, the WNCC Softball team is the Region 9 champion. The Cougars went 3-0 in games at Volunteer Field over the weekend, using the momentum of that big come-from-behind walk-off win on Friday afternoon to propel them to the title. A blowout of McCook on Saturday to win it. They hit 3 homers and locked up home field for the district final best-of-3 series starting Wednesday. They'll host Butler Community College in the first 2 games at 4 and 6 p.m. Winner of that best-of-3 series heads to the national tournament. Almost a pair of titles for WNCC over the weekend, but the baseball team came up just short in their bid for a regional championship. The Cougars needed just 1 win over Lamar on Sunday, but could not get it done. Lamar got a walk-off win and extra innings in the opener, and then carried that momentum over to game 2 early, scoring 9 runs in the first 2 innings en route to a 19-7 win. So it's Lamar advancing to the district final, while the Cougars have their season come to a close. Going to be a busy week of postseason sports at the high school level. District golf meets taking place today. Full recap at the radio sports desk coming up tomorrow. Then Thursday through Saturday, you've got the girls' state tennis tournament. And Friday and Saturday in Omaha, of course, it's this year's Nebraska State Track and Field Championships at Burke Stadium. And we'll close up for today with a little bit of football. Never too soon to think Husker football. The season kicks off August 31st at home against South Alabama. The Huskers have been winding up in some early top 25 polls as they enter year 2 under Scott Frost. Speaking at the FCA's annual spring banquet 2 Sundays ago, legendary former head football coach at Nebraska, Tom Osborne, on a buzzword that Frost has changed in his short time in Lincoln already.
Culture is kind of the name of the game because, and that's really what a coach does. A person in leadership sets the culture. And what culture means is how people are treated, how things are ordered, what's important, what kind of language will be used on the practice field, what's acceptable. Are kids humiliated? Are they bullied? Are they lifted up? And so coaches have a huge impact, and sometimes people think, well, athletics and coaching is all positive, but there are some very destructive coaches out there, and then there are some that are very positive and very uplifting and very important. Scott is one of those who will certainly say the right thing, do the right thing, and have an atmosphere where people feel cared for.
The 3-time national champion head coach also says the walk-on program coming back to prominence will go a long way towards that culture and, in turn, winning football games.
Because a lot of those kids were from small schools, rural areas, great work ethic, great value system, and sometimes those kids that were recruited, 4-star, 5-star athletes from different parts of the country, began to see how hard those walk-ons would work and the price they would pay just to be on a team and maybe someday run down on a kickoff or get a letter because they stayed out for 4 years and began. And sometimes that attitude began to permeate the whole team. And I had a lot of coaches, or a lot of players who were highly recruited athletes who told me that. They said, really, I came here thinking about NFL and what kind of awards I might receive, and I saw how hard those kids worked, and it became contagious, and all of a sudden it wasn't all about me anymore.
Coach Osborne was kind enough to give me about 15 minutes of his time and couldn't have been more gracious about doing it. Big thanks also to Kevin Figg of the FCA for allowing me the time with Coach Osborne a couple of weekends back. That's the latest today from right here at the First National Bank Sports Desk. I'm Chris Cottrell.